going to talk about 5 tips to manage your back pain while you wear high heels. So, how many of us have been told by the doctors or by a physical therapist that you should avoid high heels because you have a back problem? Well, if you have been told that, you're not alone. There are quite a few of us who wear high heels. I mean, we all wear high heels sometime or the other in our lives, right? And we all get back pain sometime or the other in our lives. Well, if you don't, you're just lucky. So, before we go further into the 5 tips to help you manage your back pain while wearing high heels, let me just introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom's power coach. So basically, I help moms who are executives from everything in between a weak pelvic floor to a poor posture and basically everything that comes with the physical challenges that comes with being a mom. All right, so going back to our topic for today, let's talk about what exactly happens when you wear a high heel shoe. Now, when you wear high heels, your lower body is basically leaning forwards, right? Your foot, instead of being flat, it is like sort of leaning forwards, right? So your lower body leans forward. Now, in order to compensate for that leaning forward, so you don't fall forwards, your upper body actually leans backwards. So this compensation happens to get a balance so that you don't fall over. But what happens due to this compensation is your spine does not stay in neutral. Think about it this way: if you have a building that has a weak foundation or a weak base, and it is unstable, you cannot expect the rest of the building to be very stable, especially if you compare it to another building nearby which has a stable foundation, right? So you cannot expect the building to be very stable if your base is unstable. The same goes for our body. If your feet are not stable, not flat, not neutral, but leaning forwards, you cannot expect the rest of your body to be in neutral, to be in an optimal position. Now, okay, this happens, but what can you do about it? Now, I'm going to talk about 5 points that can help you if you do wear heels, and especially if you have a back problem or you are prone to, sorry, prone to getting back issues, right? So if you're prone to getting back pains when you wear high heels, which is a majority of the women that I know, first thing is try and wear block heels. I know it's not the same fun as wearing heels. I understand. I've been there, done that. But if you wear block heels, you are probably better off because your whole foot is, again, it's not leaning forwards like this. It's basically on a flat surface, right? So another thing is, when you are in a job or if you are in a profession where you stand a lot or you walk a lot or you spend a majority of time at a standing desk, you probably want to switch your everyday shoes. Like, you can vary between high heels, block heels, shoes. I mean, you get quite a few fancy shoes. I know it's not the same, but then you can try and switch them over in your everyday work, right? So, and if you are going, say, traveling, you want to probably put on your sports shoes more or your flat shoes more than your heels, and those heels be taken with you for a special occasion while you're traveling, right? Or your evenings out. Now, if you're one of those who get achy and tired feet or back or any part of the body because you're so out of alignment because of your high heels, when you come back from your work, from your evening out, try and use a cold pack. Cold packs ease the inflammation. They help you soothe your uh, pain after you've been in those high heels for a while. The other, wake up with a stiff back or you feel the tension around your back the next day morning, back. If you want more details on hot packs and cold packs, you can have a look at my video on YouTube that tells you about this. If you go onto my YouTube channel, you will see the video on there. And if you like what you're watching, you can always like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Another thing is, some of us tend to wear those pointy heeled shoes, right? So those that are pointy at the toes. If you compare, if you've ever noticed, if you have both the variety, the pointy shoe, the pointy high heel shoes, or the non-pointy round, um, toe box is round instead of being pointy, it is better to wear the non-pointy toes high heel shoes, because what happens is when you have those pointy high heel shoes, firstly, you are trying to squish your toes into this restricted space. On top of that, you're actually tilting your foot. So there is a lot of stress on your toes there, right? So you have an option, and if you can, try not to wear those pointy high heel shoes. Try and go for high heel shoes which have a roundish toe box. Toe box is toes are sitting in the shoe. Last but the most important thing to do, if you're wearing high heel shoes, please, please, please do not forget to stretch your calf muscles, right? A very important tip that people usually forget about or are not aware about is that your calf muscle is not just that bulk of the calf muscle. So the lower part of the back of your leg has got a muscle called the soleus. I mean, you won't be you can not be bothered with the name of the muscle if you don't want to. But the top part of the calf, the fleshy part of your calf, that's called gastrocnemius. And the lower part of the calf is called the soleus. You got to stretch both of those calf muscles. Now, when you're doing your calf stretch, if you have your knees straightened out, you are actually going to be stretching your fleshy part of the calf muscle, which is gastrocnemius. If you bend your knees while you're stretching your calf muscle, you're going to stretch the soleus. That is the calf muscle, which lives in that part of your calf, which is like below the fleshy part. So if you've got your fleshy part of the calf here, and this is your heel of your foot, this part right over the heel, between the heel and the fleshy part of your calf, that is your soleus muscle. It's a deeper muscle and it's not very um, well known. Many people talk about it, but it is important to stretch both of them. If you want to learn more about how to stretch your calf muscles or how to manage your back pain, how to start off with some exercises if you've got back issues or tension around your back, feel free to join my free community, which I'll leave a link in the description below. For those of you watching me on Instagram, it is in the bio. So if you go onto my bio and you click on it, you will come across my community. That is the link there. And if you're watching me on Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn, or any other platform, I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video. Alrighty, I hope that was helpful, especially to the ladies out here, to the mums who are trying to get back into their high heels, or those ladies who are already wearing high heels. So remember these 5 tips to manage your back pain or to prevent back pain if you're wearing high heel shoes. Alrighty, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.